Hi everybody, I'm Philip Duncan. Thank you for joining us as we take a look at your weekend weather forecast and also a sneak peek at what is coming up next week. Here's the animated map. You can see that low pressure system to the north of the country delivered a fair bit of heavy rain to Northland overnight and is gradually moving away with the rain fading. Now we've got easterlies for the top of New Zealand and southeasterlies for others, and it was frosty again around the South Island. Actually, if you notice the colouring on this map, the areas of purple and blue indicates where the rain is, or the highest chances of rain. Areas in orange, which you're seeing more and more in the Southern Ocean, shows that the air is fairly dry. And that's quite normal in winter because the air is drier in winter, but it also shows you that we don't have a massive amount of moisture coming into the country at the moment. But let me show you what it looks like in the Northern Hemisphere right now. All the moisture up in this area, and this is Typhoon Nora, one to keep an eye on as it comes in and threatens Japan and also South Korea over the next couple of days. It's likely to weaken by the end of the weekend, but it's a major storm, and look how much of a draw card pulling in moisture from the equator. Another tropical storm out in the Pacific Ocean there, but look at all the moisture in the Northern Hemisphere. Obviously in summer, very normal for them to be getting all that moisture. It's a bit drier down in our part of the world. So let's take a look at New Zealand over the next few days. This is Friday's setup. High pressure, this shape a bit like an egg down here just east of the South Island, and it's extending northwards or even northwestwards towards Kaitaia. So it is going to clear the weather in many places on Friday. It's been a bit cloudy for Thursday in the north. Hopefully Friday will be a bit sunnier, although still a few showers may be possible around the east coast there. You've got a southeasterly, it's a little bit cooler there, and then there's a developing nor'wester for Fiordland, and that nor'wester kicks in on Saturday and it spreads up the South Island. It's mostly dry, but there might be some late rain coming into Fiordland, and you might see a couple of showers later in the day anywhere from Hokitika up towards Greymouth, Westport areas. In the North Island, mostly dry. There could be even some morning frost for you, but then as the day goes on, a couple of showers possible here and there. The high is still out to the east, but it's closer to the Chatham Islands than it is to the North or South Islands. Now into Sunday, and the wind's picking up a lot more. You can see why. It's all around this big area of low pressure between Tasmania and about the Auckland Islands. So you've got this sort of deep low in the Southern Ocean, and then all of the squash zone towards this big high, which is still clipping on to the northeastern side of the North Island on Sunday. So it'll be mostly dry and settled for these areas in the very north of New Zealand. It'll be fairly dry for most eastern areas as well, but very windy, with severe gales even possible for some areas, especially around central New Zealand, and heavy rain as well. But it will not be very cold. The airflow, subtropical for some areas, or it's partially coming out of the Australian interior. And then we end on Monday, where high pressure remains just to the northeast there. Still fairly dry and settled, but it will feel spring-like. Trust me, it's going to feel spring-like on Monday across most of New Zealand. It'll be windy, mild, nor'westers, and again, rain or showers still affecting that western coastline. Now next week we see more westerlies and yet a couple more lows also in the mix as well, coming in from the Tasman Sea. So we're very much in a pattern at the moment. That is all from me. We'll update you again on Friday with the very latest for the weekend.